Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Altcoin Analysis with Bitcoin Gorilla. And today I am back with OGN. Today we are going to break down OGN on different multi-time frame, starting with the monthly chart, the weekly chart. We are going to also understand the daily chart, and if time permits us, we are going to break down the 4 hours as also, if you know, I do not use indicator. It is going to be pure price action. So I'll be drawing this chart from scratch while explaining to you. Remember, this is no financial advice. So it's just my own personal opinion about this market using my strategy called the Bitcoin Gorilla box strategy. So I'm going to start this analysis. Hey, mind you, if you end up liking it, just don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe so that you're going to get notified if you click the notification bell the next time I'm going to post. I like going deep. This is why it's a deep analysis. Let's start with the monthly chart. So first of all, this is the weekly chart. I am going to get my horizontal support and resistance. This analysis is based on simple demand and supply, buyers and sellers, support and resistance. That is all. That is all. Working together with the candlesticks. The first thing I'm going to do is bring in the box. We are talking about containing the entire price movement in this chart inside a box. So this is our box. And this box is going to help us get the most important area on this chart where the whales, the major dealers with the money move this market, where they protect their position. This is what this box is going to help us do. This is why I'm drawing it on the weekly chart, because I want to find their hiding zone. So this their hiding zone is what I am going to first get. This is the buyers, the main buyers in this market. This is their hiding area. Whenever prices were doing this range, they feel threatened, so they need to protect this entire vicinity. So either they, and what I just drew here, the red area is where the buyers are hiding, the whales, the monthly and the weekly buyers, that's where they are. And where I just drew now at the top again, where the red is where the sellers is. So let me change it. The bottom, let me give it blue, and the top is red, giving us that evil sellers. Mind you, nobody's evil, because it is me and you who is the sellers, that we are still the buyers. Don't forget, you are the seller, you are the buyers, because if you buy, you must sell at some certain point to take profit. And me, if I buy, I must sell at some certain point to take profit as well. So no evil here. Just don't mind me. But you see, these two, they are fighting themselves. This is why inside your head, every day you have to decide: should I buy? Should I sell? That is the game. It is the game of the mind. So I have the hidden bias right here on the weekly chart, the hidden buyers and the hidden sellers, right? So I have these two. So let's go to the monthly chart. So what we're going to do on the monthly chart right now is try to work with the candles. So what is this? You can see the monthly chart and the weekly chart seems to tell the same story. They are quite okay with the same reading. That is why you can see this accumulation went on, and then there is a breakout. Now, if you know the life cycle of price, you have accumulation, you have a markup or an uptrend, then you have distribution, and then you have a markdown or a downtrend, and again repeat. That's the life cycle of price. And the people who move price, is the buyers and sellers. So now we see that in the previous area there was an accumulation and there's a breakout. Now I love something about this breakout on the monthly chart that is quite very inspiring for these buyers. Why? Is the candle itself. I like seeing breakout with strong bullish full grown candle, and you can see this green candle is fully bloody grown. It means business. It's not here for a joke. So the sideways that went on from 2020 all the way to 2021, almost a year, broke out in 1 month in March with a full body grown candle. Forget about this shooting star we are having right here. Outside the shooting star, what we are having whenever there's a breakout, there's always a kind of retest, right? In every price action, when there's a breakout of an accumulation, there's a retest. Now, on the monthly chart, this is telling us that after the breakout, there is a retest, of which you can see all the next candle all the way to this point are kind of engulfed inside the bigger candle, right? The green candle, you can see all of them were kind of contained by the entire green candle, because the green candle was so, and it's so big because of the accumulation. The capital was exhausted at this point before there's a retest. But here's the thing, the point where, because of this shooting star, the sellers did not stop the retest to end here. So because of the shooting star, you can see this is where the shooting star end, and this is where again our, when they try to pull up, this is where they got frustrated and they decide to dive down in. And you can see them breaking the previous support, because this is the support. This is the previous resistance stone support, right? But here's my box strategy. My box strategy takes the story to the next level. How? Because my box strategy say, as long as price is trading within this range, expect a move to the upside. And here's another thing. I will show you something, but that will be when we go to the daily chart, right? So you see that this is a retest that has been deepened as a result of this shooting star. There is more demand, there's more supply, and this supply has extended the retest deeper into the demand zone. But here's the thing, when you're pushing someone and you keep pushing them, let's say you are a soldier, you're chasing another town soldier, but just behind them, there is a full battalion waiting, right? The more you keep chasing them, they are getting closer to where the battalion is, which is their backup, and chances are high they will react at some point and you end up being the one to run. So at this point, you see this zone, this is where the battalions of the monthly big whale traders are, and they will not let this fall down easily. So as long as price is within this range, you're going to expect a reaction, especially with this breakup. You can see this is where the candle end. Yeah, they've pierced below it, but can you see the reaction of this candle? Because here's one thing I also like judging about my candles. Whenever price, I'm seeing full body grown candles, and then I start seeing a doji, and then the candle after it doesn't look as strong as the two previous candle, it's telling me there is a little change of mind happening, right? So in this situation, we have these sellers having these two full body grown candle red, right? But then the third candle is a doji, which shows indecision. These sellers are beginning to lose their confidence, and something is beginning to happen. Remember, I told you they are getting closer to the whale home. So this is going to take me the story for me to understand better what is happening, because it looks like somebody is about to start running very soon, and this is the sellers, and I will tell you why. Let's go to the weekly chart. Now let's take our story further, right? This, remember, if you like this analysis and how we're going, the goal is for you to understand and make decision yourself. This is no financial advice, so please make sure you make your own decision. And if you end up liking my strategy, I am Bitcoin Gorilla. Subscribe if you want to learn more about this box strategy. You can come to Makaveli Trader. Currently, the reason why I've not been posting is because classes are start on Zoom and I have to trade with my students. So as much as I am teaching them, I am trading live with them to teach them using this box strategy. So you understand why most times I'm a very busy that I've not been able to come and update you on this. But I want to create more time because I really like my OGN fans here on YouTube. I do read all your comments, and I want to say thank you to all. I see the comment and the encouragement. Thank you, because I will always come to update you. So this is the weekly chart. I just dropped in a line here. This is a very important line because this line is where these whales are protected. You can see the reaction of this line here. You can see the reaction right here. You can also see the reaction right here. And we are back to that same line. So here's what is happening with this line. The whales are the ones protecting this line. As far as they are concerned, anytime price goes below this line, it becomes a threat to the buyers, and the buyers have to buy more. These big whales have to buy more to protect this price. Yes, they are the one that caused the breakout, but the reason why they are forcing the pullback is to buy more. some of them, the first breakouts has happened on the monthly chart, giving them a buy signal on the monthly chart. But if you are a price action, if you're into price action, you understand a lot of people like playing it safe, so they like instead buying the retest. So a very important price range is where price is currently right now at this particular point. So you can see when they broke below the price, you can see that the candle that reversed above it is a full body grown candle. And here you see they try to hold it. When they went below it, anytime price goes below it, there's this initiative buying reaction. And you can see as price goes, price move, and price never returned because they are whales protecting this range, right? So this all is happening inside our support area. Very interesting, because now I'm going to go further to draw yet another line, right? So what I just explained to you now, sorry, this is the weekly. We're going to go back to that weekly chart. I want to use the weekly chart before we even start talking about the daily chart. I want to get a very important reaction right here, and I will tell you, I am going to use this next box. I'm drawing yet another box. All these box, I'm drawing it all on weekly chart. And I have a reason. I like doing all my analysis on one time frame. And though I can use the story to try to have a meaning using the box of what is happening on the other time frame. So if I draw a chart right now on the weekly chart, I can use it to trade 4 hours. I can use it to trade um any time frame. Any time frame. That is what, because anything from the monthly from the weekly chart, in fact let's say from the daily chart, is dealing with the real main whales, the people who are here for business, the people who move the money. My money and your money is too small to move this market, because why? We are retail traders. We trade with small capital. This, on the weekly, the monthly, we are talking about hedge funds, banks, whales, people that have money like a Leon Marx, big traders want big profit. So they look at the higher time frame, because capital is not their problem. This is why I advise my family, Makaveli traders, all members, that when you're trading, do not use the money you want to use right now and go and put into trading, because chances are high pressure will not allow you at some point to let that profit really give you good profit. You find yourself exiting market because you need money right now, exiting market that could end up being good profit. These people have patience. These whales have patience, and where price has returned now is their patience zone, right? This point, meaning they will fight to protect this line. So if you watch my last video, I talked about you staking your coin, because this accumulation is going to play out here. So I told you we're going to see something like this, and I hopefully we don't get to the bottom, because I don't see them allowing any price break the bottom of this. You might ask me, what's that price? I don't see price crossing below 0.1, right? At worst, where we are at 0.24, right? So price is going to have this move, right? That was what I say. But now I am here today to give you this update because of the seller's line that these buyers have attempted to hit again. So I'm going to draw this line. Very important. Because right now the market is on a retest. Remind you, it is bullish on the weekly chart. We are only on a retest on the daily chart. So I'm going to draw this. I'm going to draw this, and I'm going to do this. I want to explain something with this pattern. I love my box because it's going to make the patterns quite very easy to understand. So I'm going to use blue for that. So or let me use white to make it easier. So what we are seeing here is a very important now. This price, this line, you see this white line is more like a control price. Is a line where price is always constantly trying to defend, right? I see price constantly trying to defend this line, right? Every time price, they are fighting to defend this line. So here's what I'm saying. When the sell was so strong, you can see the buyers were being pushed to stick to this line, right? But now the buyers are beginning to grow up and they are creating space. attacking more of the seller's line. So you see the buyers constantly trying to use my inside line, this line. They're trying to use this line to keep attacking the seller's line, which is this line. The reason being is this, right? This is not good for sellers. It just means that the pressure is beginning to grow. And again, remember I said they're sitting on a very important range in the monthly chart. It means at some point they will break out of this seller's line, reducing the tension. And what they do when they break out of this seller's line is taking us to where I am going to talk about now, right? So that is the weekly chart telling you that on the weekly chart, the seller's line is under a threat. So very soon I see them getting out, right? Because this is one, this is two. So they are likely going to get out of this line very soon. You can see today they had a good rise, and you can see the forceful move, right? That forceful move is as a result of what do I call it? As a result of the accumulation going on the daily chart. So remember I said there's one thing you must know about price. The life cycle of price says that you have accumulation. After there's an accumulation, you are going to have an uptrend. After an uptrend, then distribution. After distribution, before a downtrend. And what we're having now is we already have the downtrend that brought us here, but we are having accumulation, telling you at some point there will be a markup, an outbreak to the upside. Now, here's what I see. Why they break out of this seller's line, I need to adjust this seller's line. Now that I've zoomed in, I see that my seller's line need a little bit of adjustment. So do bear with me. I'm going to adjust it right now. All right. So here, there you are. A little more. Hold on. There you are. There, perfect. So we see that they just touched the seller's line, which is good, right? The seller's line on the daily chart has been touched as a result of this accumulation. Now, even if they pull back, I just know that now there will be more pressure. And when they go over the seller's line, something is going to happen. A previous broken support always becomes a resistance. So this is the support on the daily chart. You can see them try it as much as possible to hold it, and there is actually a reaction. So you can see when they were coming back, they always find it difficult to break into the resistance area, into the support area. Sorry, not resistance, into the support area. But here's the thing. When they return, they are going to face the same challenge, starting from 0.6, right? But from this 0.4, they have to first of all break the seller's line. They might get to 0.6 and then return back to test it. But if they persist, depending on the kind of money, remember, accumulation means money entering the market, but price has not moved. Now, there's a good volume that has taken place today, right? So if I turn on the volume, there's a good volume that has taken place today. So you see, this is daily chart. You see one volume, but this one volume is not strong enough to confirm that, hey, it's time to move to the upside. Now, mind you, we are on a sideways market, and sideways doesn't break easily because it's an accumulation. So before we conclude on what today is going to be, we have to allow this candle to close completely outside this seller's line, which means today candle have to close at least a minimum of above 0.4. We need this today candle to close above 0.4. And if they can do that, it confirms this breakout. Else, we will have this price continue on this sideways. But if they break above 0.4 and tomorrow candle opens and they're able to make it above 0.4, they are going to get to 0.6, and then they will get to the 0.7, 0.8 range. That is where they are going to face their next battle. So on the 4 hours chart, now this is the week for daily chart. All this analysis will be concluded on the daily chart, but I want to show you something on the 4 hours. You can see the 4 hours previous that just closed. Yes, we had a pump, but it did not close outside the seller's line. I need this candle to close outside the seller's line, or we're going to return back and continue this move, right? We need to break outside the seller's line. But if they can succeed in closing outside the seller's line and get up to this point, like I said, 0.5, they will get a reaction pullback and they will move up. But here's one thing I will tell you. That's 4 hours. Back to our weekly chart. In a long run, I told you to stake your coin, because once we break this seller's line and we are able to hold above it, expect the move to begin. How? Because these buyers, they will fight to protect their moves, and they will get into this 0.1 and pull back, get up like this, and we're going to get here to the point. But it's not going to be an easy move. First of all, we need to conquer this seller's line.